Hey there, beautiful souls. Jess Intuitive Angel Healer here with your grounded guide to the spiritually awakened survivors of the toxic shadows. Welcome to my new YouTube channel and updated podcast channel, Spoken Like an Angel, Enlightenment for Survivors, where my prophetic words are meant to help stimulate so you can raise your vibe and elevate. Thank you so much for being here today. Today is August 7th. 2023. It is Monday. Yay for Monday. Not everybody is excited about that because your thought process is I had to let go of the weekend, but ultimately your Monday can be as fun as your weekend. It's all about your mindset, and Spirit wants you to really just take a moment. And if you are getting up on a Monday and dreading it that bad, that is a really red flag that you need to change your job. And actually, right before I got on here to record this message, I saw job employment change. The thing is, though, is you can't come up with excuses. It's like defending a bad boyfriend. When you tell someone, I saw him cheating with so and so, and I'm just telling you so you don't get your feelings hurt. And they're like, oh no, he wouldn't do that, and they don't believe you, and you like caught them red-handed. That's almost what it is when the universe is telling you that job is toxic and it's no longer good for you. That is where we have to dig deeper than our excuses of why we need to defend and hold on to a toxic job, because the money doesn't matter against your health, because in the end, if you're at a toxic job, that's going to cost you more money than being at a non-toxic job getting paid less. But there's things you have to weigh out and think about before you just defend. Somebody really needs to hear that. Stop defending on why you need to stay at a job, because there's no reason why you need to stay at any job, especially in 2023. The only reason why we're staying at them is because we don't want to do the uncomfortableness of getting out of the routine or having to go find a different one. We don't want to start over. So you have to evaluate your excuses, but know that in the end, you have the power to change. So Spirit really wanted me to share that with someone, because that's the number one thing people call in, and they want to know when their money's coming, when they're going to get a new job. But it's really about your mindset. That's the thing. You're not going to change the physical thing first. You have to change within you and your mindset first, and then that will often roll out and end up being a lot easier. And it may not happen instantaneously like we want it to, but it will eventually happen. But that's where you got to have faith in the process. So, all right, beautiful souls, I have 3 messages here. There's specific ones. One's for a certified astrologer, one's for a prophetic word speaker, and one's for if you do numerology or you're a numerologist. Or if these are things that you were thinking about doing, please tune into this message, because I definitely think it's going to help you. Today, the message, the word sanctity came across, and Spirit wanted me to take a moment before I get into this reading and explain what sanctity means, because a lot of people, I've noticed that I'm that person. I'm a Pisces, and I have to understand what words mean, what everything means, and then I can make my own determination of what I think, how I interpret something. But if we don't know those and we don't ask, because a lot of people make us feel dumb for asking, I understand that concept. So I take time to explain things, because if you don't explain things, that's why people stay karmic, because they give up. Because I understand how a lot of people can make it complicated for you to want to do better, but then just want to pull you back at the same time. So I want to share with you this word of sanctity, and this is a really important word. If you're a light worker or you're on the spiritual awakening, you haven't been treating yourself as, it's basically sanctity of your body is your sacred self, right? So what does sanctity mean? Sanctity is the state or quality of being holy, sacred, or saintly. So that is what the actual word of sanctity means, is basically being holy. A holy site could be what sanctity means. The site of the tomb was a place of sanctity for the ancient Egyptians. That's how it's used in a word. So going further, though, on a deeper level of just what the definition is, sanctity is also it applies to our sacred body. Sorry, I'm got a little confused there. So I found this article, and it's on spiritualityhealth.com, and it's attending to your sacred body. And she is talking about being a doctor, right? Being in the medical field. And it says in medicine, we are taught to view the body from a mechanistic perspective, to see it as a machine of sorts with multitude of separate systems composed of intricate parts. As we deconstruct the body into smaller components, the amount of information becomes overwhelming, and yet there's still something missing. What is absent from medicine and even from most spiritual communities is the understanding of our own bodies as a living sacred. Contemporary medical paradigms seldom remind us that we are sparks of divinity incarnated into human form. We come to know the sacredness of life not from transcending our bodies, but through direct experience with our own living flesh. By regarding our embodiment as we would a precious relic, we honor our gift of aliveness and open to our connection with all of life. So by touching my own arm with gentleness and a soft caress, I simultaneously give and receive my own nurturance. By being intimate with the felt sensation of my hand caressing my arm, I acknowledge my own unity, my own wholeness. This knowing ripples out information. I care for all beings, from tiny ants and wild grasses to my loved ones and patients, to giant redwoods and all of Earth. I cannot mistreat the planet and not feel the ramifications of the pain within my own body. There is no pill or external treatment that can replicate the embodied knowing. With this understanding, our self-care practices take on a deeper meaning. How we feed, sleep, move, rest, touch, and bathe ourselves is how we relate to our precious planet and to the divine itself. Instead of viewing our bodies as encumbrances to our own awakening, we are invited to become sacred stewards of our own embodiment. So I wanted to share this with you because I love getting on here and just sharing. There's so much different knowledge out there that we're missing out on. This is Attending to Your Sacred Body by Josefa Rangel, and he's an MD actually. So go, all the links and everything are in the bottom description box. So I want you guys to know, because sanctity is a message, is a word for you. It's about knowing your sacred self ultimately. And then to go further into this, Wayne Dyer, who's one of my favorites, he's part of Hay House. He wrote a book, and it's called Your Sacred Self. And so you can look on mysoulsanctuary.com. And I wanted to share this with you about this book. And it says, but another way of viewing the ego could be to consider it unhealthy or healthy. The ego can act as a guiding light and as a reminder of where we can improve, where we can show more compassion, where we can reconnect with our sacred self and our dharma. So an unhealthy ego is indeed what we would usually think of. It depends upon status, gratification, feelings of lack, and self-worth, which can show up as strong lack of compassion for others, as you are the priority, controlled by desires and seek or need to be filled by others. And a healthy ego on the other side of that is when people have a sense of their own inner self, independent of the conditions and circumstances of their life. They are adaptable to change and can use the ego as a tool for when they may be deviating from their intuition, their dharma, and their path. And it goes on to talk about Wayne Dyer, and it says, it gives a quote from him. It says, he said, "The ego is only an illusion, but a very influential one. Letting the ego illusion become your identity can prevent you from knowing your true self. Ego, the false idea of believing that you are what you have or what you do, is a backward way of accessing and living life." And I'm definitely going to have the links to this beautiful soul, because this is a great book. If you are on your spiritual awakening and you want to, Wayne Dyer is such a gentle person. He's passed now, but when you can find him on YouTube, and he lived the life 1113, as I say that. He lived the life out there, but he came back and he went on the spiritual awakening, and he is like the embodiment of what spiritual awakening. He's read the Quran, he's read everything, and he's very good. I just love his teachings. A few things to also help heal your sacred self too, the connection. There's womb healing, journaling, therapy, counseling, ecstatic dance, breath work, heat and light therapy, cupping, tapping, massage therapy, reflexology, sound healing, journaling, therapy, counseling, whatever it is. You need to get connected back to your higher self. Even listening to this podcast, you're starting to connect back to your higher self, because that's what, especially if you're getting triggered by things that I'm saying, because these are spirits trying to trigger you, not to get you upset, but to let you know, hey, there's an issue there. When our bodies show us stuff, means, hey, there's an issue there. So not to cover it up, but that's what society has taught us, to take a pill and just forget about it. But we actually need to see what's wrong, because it's not supposed to be acting that way ultimately. So I want to get into this message. Thank you so much for being here and hitting that like, share, and subscribe button. I really appreciate it, beautiful souls. All right, we have someone out there who could be or is a certified astrologer. This is a confirmed life purpose for you. Astrology just comes naturally to you. You need to get certified or take some courses, however you want to go about that. But you need to start getting it in action, or stop playing small, is what I'm hearing. This is a bloodline family gift, and it's also, if you're an indigo child, you'll resonate with this. Indigo child could be anywhere starting in I think you could be like close to 70. Being an indigo child, I'm an indigo child, rainbow children. My daughter's 12, so if that gives you a little bit of an age range. But if you've been seeing 222, Spirit is saying don't give up. You're still at the beginning of your path, but you're on the right path, even if it doesn't make sense. You need to work on balance, harmony, and trust right now, and focus attention on your heart connections, especially friendships, family, and romantic ones. How can you learn and grow right now? That's what you need to focus on. Surrender your battles, especially if you're going through a karmic family situation, or, just a karmic love situation. Archangel Chamuel is with you, trying to help you embrace healthy relationships, but you need to celebrate more. You need to celebrate the moments. Okay, there's little moments that come in, and you're so worried about the big thing happening. It's all about the little things happening. Celebrate the little things. The little things will turn into the big things. Also, pay attention to your dreams right now. Spirit is sending you answers to your prayers through your dreams. 1433, as I say that. So it would be wise to have a dream journal and know that they're not just there to, get you excited and then let you down. There's the spirit is talking to you through your dreams because your ego is on high right now and it's not allowing you to connect to your higher self. That's why you're in such a afraid panic mode. Simply you don't like change. And the word sanctity is really coming for this group right here. If you're resonating with this messages, Spirit is saying through offering, even the most mundane problem can become a sacrament. So work on your sanctity, work on your sacred self, release your guilt, and once you start releasing your guilt of the past and knowing that change will happen, ultimately you can't stop it from happening. So it's important to repeat this. It's easy for me to receive. It's easy for me to receive. It's easy for me to receive. And there's also elephants here, 4 elephants. I'm hearing you need to address the elephant in the room. So this could be with maybe a toxic relationship that you're in. But you need to give gratitude for where you are, where you've been, and start stepping out of your comfort zone, because know that Archangel Michael is with you. Nobody is going to hurt you, but you have to have faith and trust in that. You're being presented with the keys to the kingdom, and Spirit is saying stick to the facts. The truth will set you free. There's a maybe somebody slandering your name right now or putting lies out there, but just stick with the facts because you can't change the truth, right? Truth is the truth. Be impeccable with your word. If the agreement, one of the 4 agreements, affirm your words and speak with integrity. Say what you mean and mean what you say, and avoid using the word for gossip. So there may be people out there gossiping, but you know what? God handles that. So don't worry about it. Just don't be a part of it. You need to start taking people out of your life that no longer vibe with you, though, because it's not that they're bad people. It's just that they're going to make your life really hard because they're not on your same level, and you're going to constant get clash, and it's not going to be fun. I've been there before. It's really difficult at the beginning, but then once you start seeing the bigger picture and why the karmic lesson is there, and if you can try to heal the karmic lesson without removing them, then that's cool. But if most of the time, I haven't been successful in that, because I just everything had to go, because they were not for my team and they showed me. And if God tells me who someone is, I'm not going to go against that. I'm going to believe that. So, all right, let me know if that message resonated with you. I'm hearing a windfall of abundance is coming for you guys, but keep doing the work, and a raise or promotion is also coming. So this is for everybody. This is a collective message, but especially if you, the message that I just read. The next message is for a prophet speaker, prophetic word speaker. Maybe you share verses from the Bible, your channel God's words that he wants to share with you. This is a confirmed life purpose. You are being divinely protected. You know, it does feel hard some days, but know that you're going to come out in victory in the end. This is a confirmation that you are sent by the Most High to share prophetic messages to help others become a believer and have faith in God again. You're probably going to create some kind of ministry or have some kind of platform, but this is a divinely guided purpose. Even have some kind of nonprofit ministry. Spirit wants to know that you weren't supposed to make it out of there. This is a confirmation that those karmics have been plotting on you this whole time, and they've been in cahoots with each other. So you're going to start noticing people are going to start like ding, 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 start like matching up, like, oh my God, you know each other. It's kind of like when I'm on my social media and all of a sudden somebody that popped up and they didn't think that they would ever get connected, and I'm like, wow, that's so weird that you live there and you live there, but you don't know each other, and it's a 500 town population. So don't doubt your intuition, because humans lie but your intuition does not. And your spirit irritates their demons. Another reason why you can't be around karmics, because they have the Jezebel spirit, they have the narcissist spirit attached to them, and not the human is doing it, but the demon that is attached to these karmics are the ones that are making your life an absolute he double hockey sticks. So it's important to know you have little eyes looking up to you right now. It's important for you to straighten that crown and know, also be aware that addiction is a part of your karmic family lesson. It's important to get grounded and release worry, guilt, and blame. Archangel Raguel is helping to create family harmony right now, but your kids are looking up to you if you have kids, and you definitely need to take more care of yourself. Your karmic family is definitely behind all the chaos, but you just need to pray with God and know that if you ask for his prayers, he's going to be helping you, so you don't have to do anything more than that. A divine healing message for you. Is anyone, James 5 verses 14-15, is anyone among you sick? Let them call the elders of the church to pray over them and anoint them with oil in the name of the Lord, and the prayer offered in faith will make the sick person well. The Lord will raise them up. If they have sinned, they will be forgiven, and so it is. Amen. Spirit wants you to know, with the power of forgiveness and the power of the angels, there is a light of hope for you, chosen one, but you got to get out of this self-sabotaging energy, because you're creating a self-fulfilling prophecy. You need to take small steps to diminish your worrying and know it's going to be okay, and so it is. You are a unicorn, beautiful soul. You have the purity of intention and the ability to manifest instant, unlimited resources. So you need to have your focus on your faith and visualizing what you want, not worrying about the things that you don't have. Have faithful actions, thoughts, and believe in magic and the impossible becoming possible. Don't ignore your repetitive thoughts right now. Your angels are answering prayers through them, and you need to stop asking for permission. And no, I'm going to wrap it up here. Spirit is saying there's a karmic family that stays together, pays together. That's off of Robin Hood, the cartoon. So know that karma is coming back tenfold for this karmic situation, because it's the root of the problem. There's a lot of family secrets behind all this, and they're going to be revealed. The song is Digging Up Bones. I'm digging up bones. I'm digging up bones. That's by Randy Travis. Exhuming things that's better left alone. I'm I'm resurrecting memories of a love that's dead and gone. So tonight I'm sitting alone, just digging up bones. Yeah, literally, I know you keep hearing this, chosen ones, but it's coming. Like, everything's happening in divine timing, and if things have been stalled, it's because your karmic family has been stalling them, trying to get out of reaping their karmic justice, but you can't. It's like Final Destiny. That's what's happening right now. You can try to run from the reaper. You can't. It's going to happen if it's divinely destined to happen. And if you went and caused all this, I'm all for loving someone into health and happiness, but when you go out of your way to specifically hurt people out of jealousy, I don't give feelings for that. And you were big enough to it's like doing the crime, now you got to do the time, and I don't feel bad, so because you should have thought about that when you were thinking about doing the crime. You need to know that you attract, beautiful soul. Your energy is on very high vibration. You do not have to think in this 3D world. Connect with your 5D consciousness and your bountiful nature. Start paying yourself first and stop spending all your money for everyone else, because we do this because we think we're going to get acknowledgement or somebody's going to feel better. But ultimately, a lot of this, not for everybody, but a lot of people are taking your gifts and your help, and they're smiling and making you feel like you're the best thing since sliced toast. And then when they leave, they're talking mad smack about you, because if you're on the spiritual awakening, you are spiritually enlightening. Therefore, you can't be on that negative energy with them. And if they're really, truly, maybe they look like they're trying, but if they're not actually seeing change, that means they're not trying. And we can't defend people. We just have to send them love and light and let them go. Somebody really needed to hear that, because it's really hard to let go of toxic connections until that toxic connection gets, God shows you right in front of your face that they've been trying to take you out for years. That is when I finally had to change of my giving, my give a damn busted when I found that out, because I loved people through anything. But the one thing I don't take is when you break my loyalty and my trust. And that is one thing I can't go back on, because once a liar, always a liar. And I would love somebody to prove me not right on that. But unfortunately, that's what I've seen, is if you lie, it's a sickness. It depends on, I guess, what kind of lying, but most of the time, even the small ones end up, it's a sickness. It's an addiction. So, and the song that literally played, I'm not even kidding, I was writing down the names, and on loud in my head, I'm hearing, let it go, let it go. Frozen, let it go. So definitely let it go from the past. It no longer serves you, beautiful souls, but embrace this new adventure, because eventually that 3D consciousness is not going to be here anymore. We're going to be connecting and communicating in a 5D consciousness. So here's your chance to get on board with that before, because the people that really can't disconnect from the 3D consciousness, that I feel like that's where the division is going to be, because that is like, it's a plague almost, because it's such an ego-centered consciousness. That's why we need to elevate to the 5D, right? So the letters that I heard are G, X, A, T, A, V, P, D, R, X, C, S, P, U, G, L. And then I heard Randy, Merna, Laurie, Linda, Tina, Matt, Riley, Fran, Frannie, Frank, Angela, Toby, and Lonnie. So thank you, beautiful souls, for listening. I really, truly enjoy your support. And if you would like an angel message of your own, if you're going through your own issue and you need support, my link's at the bottom. Click on it. And I do video ones, and I'm also making more daily messages besides the one on here. So go check out that playlist. Love and light, beautiful souls. Have a wonderfully blessed new start of your week. I love you, your angels love you, and God definitely loves you. Have a wonderful day.